Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams, but the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day one. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time Tag Team Champions?
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
The pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
Here we go, gentlemen. The tag team titles are up for grabs. Final preparations between partners before the action begins.
Remember, this match is under Tornado tag team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable. Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them.
This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
All about winning, no matter what it takes.
Sliding into the ring now.
Pulling out all the stops in hopes of bringing home the championship.
Ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this is the pin for the championship. Saving their teammate and the match for now. Drop right across the neck. And nothing magical coming from the New Day there.
Yeah, as Jimmy was staking his... From the top! Diving headbutt!
No holding back. That's the kind of risk you need to take to earn the title.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the pin.
Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
And the pin is broken by the champion.
Wow, I thought this was over. Oh, cracking the kendo stick across the head.
Watching, waiting, and we know exactly what he's thinking.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver.
Here's the pin. Title could be decided. He could have had this wrapped up. Not sure why he let up. Jimmy on his way to the top rope.
Top rope.
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell. And Jey Uso set outside the ring. And now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys. Kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael.
Shoulders down to retain.
Oh, he makes the biggest save of the night.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
New champion coming. Oh, man, this could really come back to bite him in the end. Back in the ring.
Oh, no, not the ref.
And Xavier finds its mark. Oh, watch out. There's a seat for your face.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing that Uso.
That's an unusual decision. I guess he doesn't think he's done enough damage to put this one away yet.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment. Punch right in the head. Boom.
And an uppercut. Drop arm breaker. The champion taking a task here.
It's time to catch that second, maybe even third win. And it seems like his head might be the target here.
Heading back into the ring. And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods, handcuffs and all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia, and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight. But once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
For the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself. Kick to the body, ended up into code red.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle.
Neither superstar giving an inch here. Neither competitor is backing down. The fight is on, and it's furious.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
Things have just gone nuclear. Warheads landing on the front lines now. Ending this test of wills with a big exclamation point.
Shocked right out of the ring.
Stirring up, but she has no idea what's about to come her way.
Naomi's heading up top.
Watch out.
Oh, ended up getting caught up in the air. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion.
Look out!
All the way to the outside.
Took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed.
Naomi going for broke. In his high-risk offense, and the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Hurricanrana. We might need to consider relocating soon.
Yeah, this fight's getting closer and closer to our table.
Bayley struggling to defend herself.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
She's still in this one. Body slam slipped out. Inverted DDT.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. Yet for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
She reversed it.
Oh, low tackle.
You have to admit, that was a smart bit of offense, cutting their opponent down to size like that.
Enziguri.
Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career.
Naomi! Feel the glow! And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that.
This looks like she's setting the foundation for a masterfully laid trap.
Getting positioned on the top rope.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought... Oh, what a real view by Naomi. The challenger comes up big.
And we have a rope break.
Great ring awareness.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys,
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And this tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans. Alpha and Sika taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley. The Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With the famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the king, TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further. Just a nasty headbutt.
And enters back into the ring.
Oh, huge splash.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose. A thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He quickly slides into the ring. No clue what he hopes to find down there.
I can already feel the sting of the kendo stick, and I do not care for it. It's a table. I'm not sure what he's scheming, but it can't be good. Enough already.
Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in? Boom! Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eye.
Escape and a takedown.
Oh, scattered that one. Uh-oh, stop for the spot.
We know what's coming next.
Accolade, the accolade.
It's over.
You can see the agony.
Slides out the back door and he is free.
Now trampling the opposition. Why are they coming over here?
Lots of space and concrete, that's why.
He's in a bit of agony now.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
Hoisted up high here. And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
And the Dudley Boys tables match supremacy lives on. What a match.
Hoffa and Sika really gave it their all, but there's a reason the Dudleys are synonymous with tables, and we just saw why once again.
We know what to expect from the Dudleys in a match like this, but the added factor of the Wild Samoans made this one truly unpredictable.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Hoffa and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Hoffa and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Oh! Big slam. Devon's toughness being called into question by that offense.
Hoffa coming at him with incredible intensity.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the king in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Hoffa's attacking from every angle.
And the Wild Samoans aren't going to let the Dudley Boys take over in this match. Devon wobbling, looks vulnerable.
He gets back into the ring. Oh, they're not going to bite the hand. Oh, my God, they are! It seems like this match is becoming something of an uphill battle for him.
They have tried their hardest to avoid damage, but I think the table might be coming into play sooner rather than later. Oof.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and neat.
Flying. Crashed and burned on the outside.
The worst case scenario when you go high risk.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Oh, no, they're coming this way. Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there. This maniac's out of control.
Here it is.
Locked in the accolade.
He's got to get out of this submission. He can't afford to take this kind of damage.
Tap all you want, but in this case, a surrender does not grant you a reprieve.
Somebody stop this competitor.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
Oh, kick right to the body.
And now placed in the corner.
A splash. Look at the power.
Fell off with an elbow.
Incredible impact.
He's in a bad spot on that turnbuckle.
Hoffa never saw that coming. The Dudley Boys. I don't think this tape is going to last much longer. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the wwe 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the Wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking. and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head."
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
And both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable. Schoolboy into the pin.
Shoulders up and into the pin. Title on the line.
Oh!
The champion doing everything to retain here.
Strong kick out there.
Doesn't bode well if you still can't get more than a 1 count by now.
And Carmelo gets stifled. You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who have held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns in both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for? Oh my gosh, with one hand!
Treating the champ like a featherweight. This challenger has plenty of power. Solo continues to maintain the advantage.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point. Superstar setting up.
Oh, what a slam! Planted him. Let me point out that this is brutally unfair to the A-Champ. He prepared for Wes Lee or a night off. Now...
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Look out through the air and connects. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
Elbow drop. Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too. Solo lining it up, maybe moments away from capturing that North American title.
Hayes is being cut down at every corner.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Carmelo's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
Carmelo is getting ground down, but...
Oh, he got him! Is he gonna lock this in?
Carmelo Hayes is in trouble. He's trying somehow to hang on, but he may have to tap out or he may have no choice.
Melo is struggling.
Nice escape.
Oh. Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. Did not deny the impact Trick has had since he...
Looking for the pin, but was that enough?
The challenger fending off the 2 count.
Not quite enough to put him away.
There it is. Reversal.
Wow. Oh, boom.
Such force, the whole ring is rattling.
I think we know what he's thinking, and it's not going to be nice. Wicked clothesline.
Climbing up the corner.
Launching. Elbow connects.
Down on the windpipe. What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the bloodline.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Hard into the corner.
Man, did you see the whiplash off the turnbuckles?
Launched out of the corner.
Ready to take flight.
Headbutt to the heart.
Sikoa seems to be executing his game plan.
Carmelo's not showing the capacity to fight back.
Oh, look at this. Look at the suplex off the top rope.
Hung across the top rope.
He's headed to the top now.
He's getting back up, but I don't think he's going to like what he finds.
From the top, diving headbutt finds the mark.
Melo being stalked. This is not where you want to be.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
Looking for the pin.
This has got as bad as it could for the champ.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown. This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his marching orders from the head of the table. Don't leave NXT without the gold. Well, mission accomplished for the newest member of the Bloodline.
As Melo would say, if you call your shot, you better make it. Solo took the shot, hit the shot, and now he's the new North American champion.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own, but that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking and his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 217
the WWE Universal Championship has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
So ruthless. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and
Looking to end this.
The schoolboy! Early cover for the title.
The early quick cover, title on the line.
And an early kick out.
It's going to take more than that.
Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment. Across the top rope.
Oh, Seth gets caught with a counter.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP. Because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
And well-timed maneuver there. Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. Oh, sent straight into the corner hard.
Big boot connects, crash landing on the outside. The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of this story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Caught in a bad spot.
Oh, not a powerbomb onto the apron.
And that was a precisely measured attack. Roman being the aggressor.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Totally helpless at the moment.
All the way down.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear. Throwing down punches and counters out.
Counter right when it was needed. Picked up and being carried around now. Big powerbomb. Seth Rollins desperate desperately needs to figure this out.
And bit by bit, Reigns shipping.
Roman Reigns ready to go.
Superman punch!
Absolutely laid.
There goes Reigns! Spear! This might be it. The champ might keep it here. Reigns is setting up, Michael. Here it comes!
The spear by Reigns.
That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
He's got a mind to count out rules as he heads ringside. Sent out of the ring the hard way. Heading to ringside now. Wow. Reigns establishing the upper hand.
And Reigns is holding nothing back against Rollins.
And again, the torso is the target here.
Clearly attacking that area is the strategy tonight. Countered with a back body drop. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
Back into the ring here.
Man, ref couldn't get out of the way.
Oh, ref in the way there.
Man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Oh, the ref getting in the middle of it. Bang! Vicious boot.
Seth losing any command.
Reigns is getting set up. And here it comes.
Superman punch. Reigns exemplified.
Reigns.
That's it. The title's going nowhere.
Ooh, that got the official. Reigns.
Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the Bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on. Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Being carried around now. Big powerbomb. Reigns is wasting no motion.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
The power on display right now is ridiculous.
Ooh, he fends that off. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins that... from stay in control to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Driven into the barricade. Has to find a way out of this.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he has dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half, but Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
Rollins getting worked on here. And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Did the champ just close this out? I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the Ox.
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up.
The champ might have just ended things right there.
Reigns has identified the target. Stand. The champ taking care of business here. Just cranking the head.
Roman cannot be stopped here.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense. Oh, ouch.
Oh, my goodness. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting. Just disrespectful. And Seth covered
to be crowned champion. Champ with a immediate kick out there.
Wow.
He right to the midsection. Setting them up for the Falcon Arrow. Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
And Roman might just have more in store.
Big boot over the top and hit the floor hard.
Got him right where he wants him.
Here we go. Launch out to the outside.
Risking it all and able to connect like a homing missile.
And a stomp to the gut.
Oh, right to the back of the neck. What a blow.
Good night.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. Reigns just imposing his will right now.
Rollins has to devise a new plan.
Returning back to the ring.
Looks like he's got something in mind for ringside here.
Insulting. And that's a lot of blood starting to pour out of Seth's head.
Look at that insult to injury with that
one. Can you believe this? I love it.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
Reigns is making an opportunity for himself.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched.
Caught the leg. Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle. Reigns hits it.
Devastating maneuver. By the champion. The tribal chief locked and loaded.
Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Defiant counter to Reigns.
And Rollins finally able to keep that string of offense in check.
This might be the moment he was waiting for. His comeback could start here.
The head of the table, and Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing.
What a reversal by Reigns. And a big boot.
Oh, man.
Roman's on a roll here.
And Rollins in need of salvation. That is how a true champion defends their title.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced.
Got to find a way out of the guillotine. They're not going to last long while we're bridging out.
Incredible.
Maybe time to start burning it down.
Rollins is starting to roll. Gets driven into the corner.
Superman punch.
Champ close to ending it here.
Going for the cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the tribal chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. In the corner, has to find a way out of there. No escape from these punches.
A lot to pull from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Powerbomb. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games.
Way up and down hard.
You have to question what kind of malcontent is behind a powerbomb with that much force.
And now, officially in the fray. It pays to be coming in and have more friends than foes in the cage.
Sent flying over to the other ring. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey.
High risk here.
I don't know what more we can see in this match. From the top.
Absolute decimation. That table became particle board.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
And that blow has him wavering.
A cracking blow from that flying trash can.
He's absorbing a lot of damage here.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side is less experienced inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there. And it's Jey Uso.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
Zayn heads up high. We're going to finish it off. Calculating the next move here.
Can't prepare your face for that.
Drop kick from behind. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member knew Tonga was a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one that earned the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new Bloodline in War Games. What is he doing up there? This is crazy.
You gotta be kidding me.
The amount of precision that went into landing that dive, there was absolutely no room for error.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Oh, man, through the tail.
My gosh, he suffered the full brunt of that. Forget about the table being broken. I think he's broken.
Well, he can't be in any fighting shape after what we just saw. Old Bloodline, new Bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true Bloodline.
And with his coming entrant,
Why would anyone stand on top of the cage like that?
Tonga, look at he's going to do it. He's going to take the ultimate risk. Trading their big He'll soon be put back down.
He's up on top of the War Games cage. What on earth is he thinking? Looks like they're finally getting there.
Jacob Fatu taking flight.
Dangerous intentions in mind. Standing at the top of the cage.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
Countdown under. No run.
Jacob Fatu's intentions here.
DDT plants them.
Jacob about to end this fight.
And the
Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Nasty boot by Zayn. Has Sammy ended it there. Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
and just unloading that stop sign.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
And into the top.
Uso.
Meanwhile, it's Jimmy.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa. These superstars have toiled away endlessly, and this crowd is on their feet in full appreciation.
An incredible sight to see.
Uso splash. Will Jay take advantage?
Another targeted attack to his head and neck area. He has to be careful. And there's another focused attack to his head. And another stiff shot to the head here. And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be doubled over.
He's really feeling all the damage he's taken up from that.
And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Uso.
And look at Jey Uso.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And the entrance of the last competitor means that War Games has officially begun.
It's hard to believe that what we just saw was the appetizer to the main course. These competitors, Uso
And Jey has been taking hits after hits in this one.
Fatu must be having thoughts of ending things soon.
From behind. Suplex. Back to the belly. He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Nasty kick. He's going to be a sitting duck if he doesn't get out of the trench. Reigns had that scouted. Oh, on the mark. And then back to Reigns. And that was a vicious DDT we just saw. And clearly some targeted offense coming his way there.
Going after your opponent's head is brazen, but very effective.
Jim
Finish things.
That takes it. And that was a successful bit of offense with that maneuver.
Head too.
Crank in the head. And meanwhile, Sikoa.
Sami Zayn, blue thunder bomb.
Carefully measuring, waiting to strike, trying to find his feet. This does not look good for him.
Up on the top rope.
After his part, kick by Sami Zayn. Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa? Superplex! Stop in the leg.
Into a powerbomb. Wow.
A long way down from there, but it looks like he has a plan. Oh my God, it's not from up there.
Risking it all with a daredevil leap from the top of the cage. I don't know who got the worst of that. Jey has Solo right where he wants him.
The wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him. Connects. Someone's coming. And so much damage has been done to the head here. I really don't like this, guys.
I'm hoping to see a side of mercy, but I don't know if that'll be the case.
Tonga clearly wants to fight here. He looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now.
And the pin could be over for Tonga Loa. He makes the save. Better luck than never. Misses the target. Solo Sikoa.
Recover for the win.
Makes the cover so fast. Now looking at Jay. And he's being somewhat backed into a corner right now.
Disrupts the attack with an elbow to the gut.
He's looking a little wobbly here, guys. Shoulders down. Jacob going to end it here. His arm showed off the mat before one.
Better hold off on the victory parade.
Oh, and a rear super kick.
Behind net. Lays on the money with a Superman punch. Spear. That's a game, ladies and gentlemen.
That hit connects from Roman Reigns. Oh, that is going to leave a mark. And he just got caught good. Meanwhile, we have Sami Zayn.
Is Zayn closing this out?
Down for the count.
He made the save just in time.
Vicious right forward.
Puts the foot.
From the top.
He quickly gets out of the match.
I can't imagine the pain being felt right now.
Taking on so much offense. You gotta worry about the lingering effects.
Perched up top. Diving knee drop. He's looking.
And that can vanquish time. A migraine-inducing blow from that stop sign.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful. Was punched in the It's up.
Oh, a small package. Counters to gain the advantage.
This will turn your lights out in a hurry. Somebody's right.
Both wrists captured. He's in serious danger here.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Meanwhile, we see Sikoa. Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, the new Bloodline.
You want to know what version of the Bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of hunger and attitude we once saw in Roman's old crew. But now we know that Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu are the one true bloodline.